in previous Zelda games, there have been only one variety of pots, for example, or one variety of boxes, no matter if you're in Death Mountain or in the Zora Land. What's great about Tears of the Kingdom is we have different varieties here. So we're going to go on a regional fusible hunt. So, starting off with the Gerudo version of a pot. So that's a large pot, very cool. But Gerudo Town has medium and small pots too. So let's fuse the medium pot, and let's fuse one of these small ones. And let's take a look and see if they come across fused as medium, small, and large. Interesting. The first one, which was the large one, seems like longer. But then the second one is wider and shorter. Those are definitely different, and then the smallest one is small. So I am counting these as 3 separate pots, definitely. And then, in addition, each area has different styled boxes. See, this one has the Gerudo symbol on the box, and it's like a short and square box. But that's not all. There are still other regional specific fusible items here in Gerudo to check out. Now, this is one of my favorite ones because it's not just a sand seal. It is Patricia the Sand Seal, which is Raiju's Sand Seal. And you can fuse it to a sword or a shield. So here we have it fused to a sword. And when it kind of shrinks when it's on your back, but when you pull it out, it grows and it's just huge. I also, this material gets replenished every blood moon. So you can have it both as a weapon and as a guard. And it grows when you use it. Just find it so funny. Double Sand Seal Patricia. If you bring Patricia to Raiju. Patricia! There's a classroom in Gerudo Town where you can fuse the desk! Oh man, can you imagine being hit by an actual desk? I love it. I mean, that's just awesome. A full desk is fused. We are now in Rito Village, and you can fuse the regional specific pots here as well. So it looks like there are at least 3 different pot designs here. There's this pot, which has a slightly different paint job, and then a small squat pot. Let's confirm they fused differently. So that one's a red band. Yeah, that's different. Yep, definitely, they fused differently. So wow. Not only does each regional have its own pot, but most have multiple variations of that pot. I love the level of detail. Near Rito Village, we are in the Wind Temple, and you can fuse a few things in this temple. The lattice. One more thing here in the Wind Temple is this, I don't know, wind vein, whatever you call it. Pretty cool. On the way to the Wind Temple, there's this bridge that collapses, and you can fuse the pieces of the bridge. And this one's just amazing. It's also just a massive one. Look at how big that piece is. You can also fuse it to your shield. I just love the size of this. So they grow when you hold them out. Oh, that's not the right button. What's the right button? There it is. This one grows a little bit, but on the sword, look at how big that is. It's like a construction worker. Alright, let's go look for something else. Here in the Korok Forest, there are... it's a Korok version of the pots. So these are cute little clay or wooden jugs. I'm going to fuse one to my weapon and one to my shield. Oh, these are adorable. Man, can you imagine being killed by this fusion? Humiliating, but also adorable. I'm here in Goron City, and I found some regional pots. I'm gonna fuse 2 of them. Found a blue one. And if it's anything like the other towns, there should be at least one other variety. I don't know if there is, but I'll look around a little bit more. So this is very interesting. I've been around Gerudo Town for a while. Goron City. I've been around Goron City for a while. I can only find the one variety of pot, and I really wish I could fuse this big pot, but I can't. So I think there's only blue, but if you find red or green or any other pots here, please let me know. We are in Garandia, and we found some regional specific lattice. So this lattice is specific to a few places. I've seen this in more than Goron, locations. But it's interesting because there's definitely Rito lattice right here. So this is Rito lattice, and this is Goron lattice. Oh, that's kind of interesting. I found two other things here in Garandia, the Fire Temple. There is a Goron-specific minecart, which is cool. I didn't know this existed. There are minecarts in the Sky Islands and even in Goron City, but that's like the generic minecart. This is a Goron-specific. Wow, did that really respawn that quickly? I don't think this is really a regional specific item, but it's one of the only places I've ever found it is a hook. So both a hook and a Goron themed minecart. It's just the little details, like what a cool little thing. You have a specific type of minecart for this temple. You can't talk about regional fused items without talking about Terrytown President Hudson cutouts. Every red full moon, whatever it's called, blood moon, you get 4 new ones. So whenever you're here, you gotta stock up. These are so funny. Just in combat, can you imagine bringing this to a fight? Just love it. So funny. There's one other thing in Terrytown that is very unique. It's a unique controller stick. So, it's saying I can try to fuse it. I don't know if we're going to be able to. Let's see what happens. The steering stick, not controller stick. Yeah, hold it right there. So it is a unique fusible item, but we can't actually bring it with us. So, sorry, Furnason. Here's a regional item in Zora's domain. Instead of regular pots, we have fish pots. That's fun. I don't think these pots were here in Tears of the Kingdom. Or sorry, in Breath of the Wild. So that's kind of a fun addition. There are a couple places around Zora's domain that has a special kind of rock called blue rock. This is a cute one. And it looks like the rock that's the structures of Zora's domain. So if you see this blue rock, it is a special Zora rock. Kind of an interesting one. In Haitno Village, there is a specific pot. That's kind of cool. You have a Haitno pot. Looks like blue with some mountains, maybe to represent that Haitno is in the mountains? It looks cool though. Definitely the closest to the pot shape that I'm used to seeing in the Zelda series. At Haitno, there's the small pot, a medium pot, and a large pot. Let's do the large pot on this one. So yeah, these are 3 different sizes of that same pot. I think the small pot, the shape reminds me the most of the Ocarina of Time pot, just a different glaze and color. In Lurelin, there is a specific box type, and there's a specific pot type. This one has a really narrow mouth, and I like the squiggly line design on it too. Very cool. Looks like we found a lot of unique pots and boxes so far. In the arid locations of Hyrule, there is tumbleweed. This is a really fun one. In Skyward Sword, tumbleweed was one of the collectible items, so I feel like they brought it back in Tears of the Kingdom in reference to Skyward Sword. I just love hitting someone with a piece of tumbleweed. Whenever I see tumbleweed, I hear that sound effect in all the Western movies. Whatever that is. Inside the Yiga hideout, right by this huge pile of Donkey Kong bananas, we found another specific pot. Wow, so many pots. This isn't really Yiga or Gerudo specific, but I think it always seems to be around the Yiga that have spikes. So I think I'm going to count this one as 50% Yiga related. In the depths, it seems like spikes are always around those Yiga hideouts and castles, strongholds? Yiga strongholds, that's what I was looking for. In Kakariko Village, there are 2 sizes of pots. There's the small pot, and there's the large pot. pretty cool. These ones are kind of chic themed, I think. Pretty cool. One more item is at Kakariko Village is this regional, oh, sorry, ring garland. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to talk to you while I was standing on this. Oh, the details sometimes in this game. How do you know if I'm standing on the table? Yes, I'll take one. Mwah. That was a cute little... Here you go. Alright, let's fuse it to our shield. Now we have a ring garland. So, if I missed any regional specific fusions, I'd love to know. Just because there's so many details, I'm sure there's one or two I missed. Please let me know what I missed. But let's review. We have some ruins rubble. We have some sand seal. We have some Gerudo pots. Oh my. We have a Gerudo... Is this Gerudo box? Korok pot. Goron pot. Some lattice. We have a few different types of lattice. The Goron minecart from Gorondia. Terry shield. President Hudson. We have a Zora pot. We have a blue stone from Zora's domain. We have a Haitno pot. A Kakariko garland. Yiga clan spikes. Kakariko pot. We have lots more. Yiga pot. Oh yeah, Sand Seal, Patricia again. Let's see, anything new over here? I think this is a Lurelin box. That's cool. Rito pot. Where was this one? Is this a Lurelin pot, I think? Oh yeah, this one is just in the Wind Temple. That was a unique one. Gerudo, Haitno. What's this one? Gerudo. Oh, another lattice. Different lattice. This one was in the Wind Temple. Let's see. A hook, a tumbleweed. I think that's all of them. All the ones that I found that were regional specific fusions. Pretty fun. I love just how many fusions there are. And hopefully you enjoyed watching all of these crazy fusions that I found. Alright, bye-bye.